In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to view your grantee documentation. Grantee documentation in this Expand site are known as assignments. The reason why is because your workspace is basically just a modified course. So, as you would give a user an assignment in a course, in this case with your workspace, we've assigned your users the task of submitting a document. So again, if you're looking for documentation, those would be listed under assignments because they've been assigned the task of submitting a document. In order to find those assignments, you're going to go to the left hand side of the page and go to your admin menu on the left side. Scroll down to where it says Learn Dash, that is your LMS, and if you highlight that, a drop down will appear. Go to the right, go to where it says Assignments, and click. That's going to take you to your assignments page. If you look to the left on the sidebar, you'll see something that says folders, where we can assign all of these documents into different folders. We're not going to worry about that right now. That'll be a different tutorial. For right now, we're just going to focus on the assignments. Let's look up at the top. The first thing that you can do, you can go in as bulk actions and you can edit, move to trash or move to folders, and approve all of the different documentation. You can also sort by date. So let's say that I want to look and see what was submitted in July of 2021. If I click here and scroll all the way to the right where it says filter, that's going to then filter everything for July 2021, so I can look by the month. You always want to clear your filters before you move on to something else, because it'll keep on collecting and adding on top of the old filter, and sooner or later you won't get the data that you're looking for. So in order to clear it, just hit reset. And now you're looking at everything again. The next thing you can do is you can also sort by approval status. What that means is that in some cases we can add documents that need to be approved by you in order for the grantee to move forward. For right now, everything is set at non-approval so that grantees won't be stopped to submit documentation, but we can change that at any time. Next, you have your authors. So let's say that you know an organization has submitted their documentation and you know the name of the person who submitted the documentation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and you know that Jackie has submitted some documents. So I want to look at Jackie's documents. So if I click on her name and then hit filter, that's going to pull up all of the documentation that Jackie has filled in. All right. And then I just clear that by hitting reset. You can also go and look by the groups. So if I want to look at, you can have it alphabetically, we'll load through all of the different groups, or you can go in and you can search for a group by name. Let's look for Aspira. By just putting in the name, it pulls up a lot of different options. I can go in, select it by the different grant number, hit filter, and now I'm seeing all of the documentation that's been submitted by the Aspira team. Again, hit reset to clear it out. We can also look by the different workspaces. We know that we have 4 different workspaces: your new grantee workspace, returning grantee workspace, and site visit tracking workspace. Let's say that we want to look at anything that was submitted underneath the site visit tracking workspace. Click here, hit filter. And now we're looking at just those documents that were submitted in that way. Finally, you have where you can look by the different modules: environment and climate, program and administration. Let's say I want to look at environment and climate. If I click on that, hit filter. Now I'm seeing only documents that have been submitted under environment and climate. I can also look by submissions. Submissions are basically the indicators. They're the next level, and you can see those here. School year program and shelter-in-place records, those are the submissions individual. So I know that in environment and climate, maybe I want to look for safety and supply inventory records, because that's the one that I want to see under environment and climate. So I'll go to safety supply inventory records, hit filter, and now I'm looking at just the safety and supply inventory records from these different authors. And I can go and look at what they look like by just clicking on download. And that's it. That is how you would go through and search for all of your different grantee documentation and assignments.